God, please take the dog on the walk. Hey guys, it's Devin Harrington, the average Gen Xer, and welcome back to my channel, where today we are talking about Alexandra Rodriguez. Now that Halloween has passed, Alex has, as expected, begun her 60-day-long orgasm over all things Christmas. So let's check out some Reddit posts and see what the queen of cheap plastic crap is up to this week. But first, this is the part of the video where I beg and plead with all animal lovers out there. Please consider looking at the website of your local animal shelter and just see how easy it is to sign up to be a foster or to sign up to be a volunteer. And just go there once in a while and hang out with animals. What could be better? It's good for the soul. It's good for the animals. It's good for the human race. You may notice I don't have a foster right now. My little Goldie went to an adoption event with me today and met a lovely young lady attorney who has another dog who got along famously with Goldie, and she is on a trial adoption. And fingers crossed, they're going to be family. So it is a little weird when the foster does go to their new home. You do have like a couple of hours of, oh my God, where are they? But very quickly it becomes a relief that you have one less animal to look after, and you have the warm, fuzzy feeling that you helped one little soul find their way home. So please consider it. Thank you. So before we head over to Reddit, I wanted to talk about how this week one of the, I guess you'd call it filler content that Alex made, or maybe she actually thinks it's content, but she of course went shopping and then came home and wanted to make a sweet treat because she's still on her Weight Watchers bullshit of hacking all of the junk food so that she can just eat junk food all day long. And she made sugar-free cupcakes. And when she ever held up the box of sugar-free cake mix and sugar-free frosting, I hearkened back to my 33rd birthday party, which was a long time ago. It was also the last time I did cocaine. So keep that in mind when I tell you that, as I've said many times on this channel, I've been a sugar addict since I was a kid, and I've always struggled with it, and it's a lifelong battle. Anyway, back then, I was not eating sugar. I refused. I would not eat sugar, but I would eat all of the sugar-free garbage that there was because I'm an addict and I wanted my fix. So they got me a sugar-free cake from the grocery store. And those are sweetened with maltitol. If your system doesn't agree with it, or if you eat a shit ton of it, it gives you the most painful, horrific gastric problems, let's say. You're going to spend a lot of time in the bathroom, and it is horribly painful on your guts. It's terrible. Nobody should ingest this crap. Anyway, so that's how I spent the very early morning hours of my 33rd birthday, because being a sugar junkie, of course I ate just a little piece of the cake while I was at the party, and then after everybody went home, I stuffed my face with it, and God, I regret that. But when I saw her hold that up, that's what I thought of. And let's check out real quick the ingredients in Alex's delicious sugar-free cupcakes. Now, she said in the vlog that she bought these because she saw the Little Debbie Christmas tree cakes in the store, and she's obsessed with those. So she made these sugar-free cupcakes instead of having the Little Debbie's. Little Debbie is so disgusting. Like, it is so overly sweet and so waxy, and like it's just a chemical shitstorm. It's awful. Anyway, and so the ingredients in her Weight Watchers, or she calls it Dub Dub because she has to be fucking annoying and get on my last ever loving nerve. Enriched bleached flour. That's like flour with all of the nutrients stripped out of it. So it goes and hits your dopamine receptors as quickly as possible. So enriched bleached flour, very addictive on its own. Then we've got niacin, reduced iron, blah, 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 mononitrate, riboflavin, folic acid, maltitol. Maltitol is the sweetener. And then we've got baking soda, sodium aluminum phosphate, calcium phosphate, chemicals, contains 2% of the or less of the following. Propylene glycol. Propylene glycol is in like everything. It's in lube. It's in perfume. It's in body products. And I didn't realize it's also in fucking cake mix. Canola oil, esters of fatty acids, I don't know what that is, salt, cellulose, mono and diglycerides, xanthan gum, cellulose, natural and artificial flavor, that sodium sterol lactylate, blah, blah. Then more sweeteners, acesulfame potassium, and it says non-nutritive sweetener. Sucralose, which is Splenda, non-nutritive sweetener. But the main sweetener is maltitol, which is not good for the human body at all. So she's not getting away with anything here, any more than I was getting away with anything on my 33rd birthday. And you know she didn't eat just one cupcake. I mean, we all know that. And Alex topped her disgusting sugar-free cupcakes with disgusting sugar-free, zero sugar frosting. And the very first ingredient there is maltitol syrup, followed by palm oil, the farming of which is destroying the rainforest. But I digress. Okay, so meanwhile, over on Reddit, Alex does a weigh-in on this so-called weight loss journey. Every Friday, she weighs in. And the past couple of weeks, she has not lost any weight. She's been complaining. She's on a plateau. Apparently, she did break the plateau by losing a pound somewhere in there. But all of this seems very performative. I don't know. I am so gaslit by this ridiculous woman that I really am not sure how much is lies and how much is true. So this week, Alex said she has her period, so that's why she didn't lose any weight. And she stuck around the 267 mark. And Prudent Tonight stepped in to remind her that, girl, it ain't your period. Alex, of course, had her little Instagram happy toxic positivity message. Weigh-in during menstruation is typically like this. Up 2 pounds. Not upset. Keep on keeping on. Yeah, you keep doing that with your sugar-free cupcakes. And Prudent Tonight said, it's how much you stuff down your throat. It's always mind-blowing watching her cook up so many damn sweet treats on top of everything else she isn't showing us. Be for real, Alex. Bicycle Willing commented, lol. Show us your real weight, Alex. Standard GER 83.79. Let's start with adding a good 100 pounds and then some. I'm calling 370 at the very least. I have no idea what she could possibly weigh at this point. I don't understand how anyone would go to all of the trouble to go on a weight loss journey or say they're going on a weight loss journey and then just fake the whole thing. I don't think she's faked the whole thing. But she shows a shit ton of food that she eats or that she makes and later eats. And you have to keep in mind this girl has had gastric bypass surgery. She also had a lap band when she was a teenager. And her weight has been higher in the past. I mean, I don't think she's anywhere close to whatever she weighed when she had her gastric bypass. She said it was 389. I would think she was every bit of over 4 bills when she had the surgery, but I don't think she weighs that much now, but who knows? I think she's got to be lying about some of it because the way she eats, it just doesn't make any sense. And she claims to walk miles and miles, pushing the baby in the baby carriage, and maybe that's true. I don't know. I mean, it's not like she has anything better to do. Who knows? I hope she takes the freaking dog with her. God, please take the dog on the walk. Agile Masterpiece 959 commented, I used to live in a house with a tiled bathroom floor like that, and you could never get an accurate reading on the scale in there. She probably knows that and uses it to her advantage. Well, I think every American woman who grew up in the past 50 years knows how to do that. I know I certainly move that thing around. If I don't get the number I want or, going in the right direction, got to try it on a different spot in the floor. I mean, come on. Professional left. Notice how now is zoomed into the scale. You can't see her shadow that used to give her away by leaning into the left like she was holding on to something on the wall. Yeah, that is true. It used to be you could kind of see maybe she was leaning on the wall. I mean, there's a partition. This little bit of wall that's at the top of the picture is actually a short partition, I think, where the tub is. So she very easily could do that. Why you would do that to your viewers, why you would want to live like that, I can't imagine. But it's Alex we're talking about, so who the fuck knows? I don't. Powder and Paint 14. Why has she suddenly started saying this in the last 2 months, when for the whole rest of her supposed weight loss journey, she never mentioned she puts on 2 pounds during her period? Pure Air 2815, she has stayed the same the previous months, or so she said. Ex-Pioneer, this right here, I think at this point all her content is a reply to this subreddit, making it even more insufferable. Perhaps we need to ignore her. She will go down so fast because she won't have anyone to reply to. Her followers will eventually get bored of her. She does the same shit day in and day out for weeks and years on end. It would be more interesting to watch paint dry. Yeah, I have to agree. Alex has peaked online. I mean, she's had a great run. Look at the freaking money she has made. She's bought homes and fancy cars and all of the crap she could possibly want. So she's done well for herself. You have to know when to bow out gracefully. And I really think she should have quit YouTube when her kid was born. But, what do I know? Okay, moving on. Okay, so Background Cup 4088 posted about the period excuse because Alex happened to go on Instagram and post her usual picture of her supposedly walking. Now, in this picture, I see her walking with the baby. I don't see Bruno with her, which is really unfortunate because he's a high-energy dog. He needs to be walking every step that you're outside. Ugh. God, I can't stand this woman. But anyway, Alex posted, say it with me. It's okay to gain weight on your period. It's okay to gain weight on your period. It's okay to gain weight on your period. Yes, it's okay to gain weight on your period. You know what's not okay, Alex? It's not okay to eat sugar-free cupcakes. And I bet you're going to give them to your kid, too. So you're going to start him down the path of chemical addiction. And it's not okay to need fucking sweet treats every day. And it's not okay to just keep buying freaking Christmas decor. I mean, y'all know, I'm sure, that she had plenty of filler content of her going into Target and Home Goods, et cetera, and touching every single Christmas thing they have. And bringing her baby along like it's entertainment for him. I mean, maybe it is, since it's probably the most colorful thing he sees. But she could be taking him to, the Y for swim lessons with her. She could be taking him to Mommy and Me yoga, any number of classes and gyms and stuff that are specifically for moms and toddlers. She could be going, if she's going to take him shopping, you know what, Alex? Here's what you need to do. Currently, Alex, there's 42 million people in the U.S. who have lost their SNAP benefits, and that's food stamps or EBT card. And so those people cannot afford to eat. So they have to go to food pantries. And all the food pantries have all these new customers and they don't have food to give them. So why don't you take a couple of carts and fill them up at Target or Walmart or wherever and donate all of that shit to the local food pantry. That is content that I can get behind. That's something that would be helpful. It's freaking Christmas, isn't it? Even though it's barely past Halloween. I just can't get over her consumerism. I cannot get over that she thinks that going into Target and looking at all of this Christmas shit is somehow different from when she posted the same thing last year or 10 years ago or 12 years ago. Oh my God. So, yeah, that's the period excuse. She gained 2 pounds only because of her period. No scale, no actual weigh in. Does anything else really need to be said? Are we surprised? No. It couldn't possibly be her demolishing 24 cupcakes solo and eating a bowl full of full-size chocolate bars. Oh, yeah, that's right. For Halloween, Alex had to be one of those complete assholes that has to hand out the full size because the fun size that were created for Halloween, that's not good enough for her. She's got to encourage everyone to be a gluttonous hog like she is, to be addicted to sugar. This is just not a good path. It's not a good direction to be going in. And I say that as someone who's been down that path. But guys, she's walking 4 to 6 miles now. How could this be? Because you cannot work out a bad diet. You can't outrun a bad diet. Sarah HH, she can't use this excuse every week. What the fuck? She's so delusional. Yeah, this has been going on for a couple weeks now because she's been on a so-called plateau. Period weight gain is normal, of course, but she blames it on that every other week. Surely it couldn't have been the binge of full-size candy bars she had. The Get Up Kids said, it's literally week 1. I just finished my period, so I have leftover bloat. Week 2, I'm getting my period soon and I'm bloated. Week 3, I'm getting my period soon and am bloated. Week 4, I have my period and am bloated. Yeah, pretty much. Standard Girl, mysterious. In her entire 8-month weight loss journey, she had the perfect linear weight loss of 1 to 2 pounds per week for the first 6 months. Only in the last 8 weeks, that nasty period keeps throwing a spoke in the wheel. You know, Alex, as much as I loathe Alex, there is an old saying that you tend to dislike the things in other people that you see in yourself. And those are the things that you dislike about yourself. And Alex is a fucking sugar monster. And I hate that about myself. I hate that I have that struggle. I hate it. It sucks. And she is in her early 30s and it's only going to get worse and her health is only going to go downhill and she's only going to continue to gain weight unless she accepts the fact that she has a problem. Alrighty, last post for this video, and we have to touch on the rabid consumerism that is Alex's channel year after year after year. And it's not like she buys quality items. She is a consumer of cheap plastic crap. Why she can't go buy her cheap plastic crap in, Goodwill, Savers, thrift stores. I mean, at least be part of the recycling movement. But no, she's just got to keep buying the newest things at Target and Walmart. And she already said last year she's got like 25 boxes in the basement of Christmas decor, but she needs more. Because it's the high of the buy for her. And that is my humble opinion. This post is only from 1 day ago, but the person who posted it deleted their account. But it says buying, buying, and more buying. This week's vlog is one big shopping trip for crap and more crap. While the country braces for a holiday with little money to spare, should I pay rent or buy presents for my kids? Literally, yes. Like so many Americans are really screwed right now. And it's not just the people that are on Snap. I mean, it's a fucking hot mess. And finances are tight for everyone, myself included. I just bought a house. I used every last dime I had to buy this house. And it's a drag because gas is so expensive. Groceries are so expensive. And now I have a mortgage to pay. And it's like almost twice what I was paying in rent. So Alex just going out and making a living, doing the same bullshit over and over again. What is it contributing to society? At least she could be volunteering somewhere. She could be taking an art class with her kids. She could be doing anything except buying more shit. But no, That's her mentality. She is forever that 14-year-old that just wants to watch TV and eat and buy cheap crap at Claire's or wherever. No shade on Claire's. I love Claire's. Okay. While the country braces for a holiday with little money to spare, our girl is bringing in so much stuff, she forgets to take the tags off. 1,000,000,000 decorations. How long did it sit there without her noticing? About a month? Because remember, Christmas is coming, and now we need to swap it out. Is this the worst thing about her? No, not even close, but it totally annoys me. Yeah, it annoys all of us. Live demand. How is she still getting over 20,000 views on these beyond boring vlogs of her obnoxious life? Her mother is disgusting. Her husband is beyond ugly. No friends, nothing interesting, and she has a PDF file for a father. We always got to add that in, just in case anybody was unaware. Okay, alfalfa, because stupid low self-esteem people seem to gravitate to her. Serrano 71, there are a lot of people who are on weight loss journeys that never make progress, just like Alex. Yeah, I have to say, full disclosure, like, I can relate because I've been trying to lose 20 to 40 pounds, my entire life. And I've been up and down, but not a real wide swing. I've never been really overweight. There was a very brief period of time where I was over 200 pounds, and I'm like, almost 5'5". So I was definitely obese, but just seeing that number start with a 2 was enough to like horrify me into getting my shit more together. But I have been on many weight loss journeys and failed. So I think that's relatable about Alex, but she doesn't talk about it in a relatable way, I guess. I don't know how to explain myself. It's been a long day, okay? I was in an adoption event all day. Data aggravating. People are waiting for the train to derail. Yes. Oh, yes. We are waiting for that train wreck rolling. Enigma Mom said, who is she trying to kid? She didn't bother taking the tag off so she can return it. Now that the season is over, it was ugly to begin with. I didn't even think of that. I bet she's right. Because Alex she must have to return a ton of the stuff that she hawks on her channel because you never see it again. And she can't be making that much money like she used to be able to keep all of the shit that she buys. Sabretooth Liger, she even left the tags on Anderson's Valentine's Day outfit so she could return it after the photos. God. Alice D27, I just find all of this so tone deaf. It's one of the most economically challenging times for people, and she's just showing off all the money she spent on useless things. She could have easily done a video about restyling her decor from previous years or what she bought secondhand. It reminds me of Michaela Naguria showing off her luxury purchases. I know she says it's my money and I'll spend it how I want, but as someone who is heavily budgeting this year, it just feels icky. And yes, Alice D27, you are 100% correct. Any ad said, my new name in Reddit is going to be Alex's Screaming Hole of Consumerism. Try therapy, bitch. Data aggravating, rounding out the comments with, you can tell she deals with stress and anxiety through shopping. Alex doesn't know how to regulate her need to control everything around her. Yeah, you're not wrong. And that is certainly a top mark of a narcissist. And that's what I got for you today, guys. So let me know your thoughts. I really get aggravated this time of year with how the consumerism just keeps going more and more insane, at least in the US. I don't know if other parts of the world are similar. I would imagine the internet has united us all for better or for worse. But Alex is, I saw her described once as an apex consumer. And she is, because she is that average American that likes, we all like to go and see something cute in Target and, oh, let me get this. It's only $10, And of course it was made overseas and it's cheap plastic crap, but it makes you happy. But she needs that lift like daily. it seems. And it seems to be her drug of choice after food. Anyway, I'd love to know your thoughts. Thank you so much if you made it to the end of this video. You are such a trooper, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much.